I took a walk in the park earlier today and I had, you know, the thought about what I'm doing now with you know, starting out making content and I guess building a business from the ground up. It got me thinking about, how this current society waits for the perfect moment to be ready to start something, to be ready to take a risk, to be ready to build something that they know can change their life, right? And I feel like that's the problem between that's the barrier that stops people from being successful is that one, they wait for the perfect condition, two, they wait for the right time to be ready, and three, they they kind of just wait until it's cool or until somebody else does it first, right? Until they see that there's a wave that they can jump on or follow, right? And it really made me think about being your own proof of what's possible and being the person to pave a lane or pave a path with your craft that is not common in your environment. That's not common in the in where you live. And even if it is common, people around you aren't doing it. You know what I mean? To even just be able to say, okay, I'm gonna take a different route and I'm gonna be the first person to do this because I don't see anybody else trying to do it. I'm gonna do it not because I necessarily want to be different, but because this is what I want to do. And if it inspires somebody else to take the step and be the first one, be the brave person to set an example and do the thing that they've always wanted to do, regardless of other people's opinion. It really got me thinking about just being your own proof of what's possible. Um, I feel like time time is going by so fast, right? I I look back and it's coming up for a year since I've made my first YouTube video, and that just made me it. It kind of confused me a little bit because where's all the time gone? You know what I mean? But then it also makes me, uh, I guess, proud in a sense because I started when I got the intuition to start. Right? I didn't wait. I didn't think about who's gonna say this. I didn't wait for the right time to feel ready. I just went with it, and that's, I guess, the characteristics of most successful people. That's the characteristics of winners. You know what I mean? Just getting an idea and closing the gap between idea and execution. Success goes to the people who can execute an idea the quickest and compound that over time. You know what I mean? So when I think about how I guess what the results look like a year later, it does make me a bit proud that I started when I started. Even though I don't see the progress or the results that I want to see, I know they'll come, but I'm glad that I started when I started. So I guess I'm making this video to kind of encourage whoever's watching that you need to start that idea that you have, that dream, that goal, that aspiration that you have. You need to execute on it because time is flying and you're going to look back and see what you built, right? A year is going to pass anyways. 2 years is going to pass. 6 months is going to pass. Whether you built the thing or not, whether you started the thing that's been on your mind, that's been on your heart, whether you started it. And it's like tomorrow is not promised. It's not guaranteed, but 6 months will go by and your results will speak for you, whether you built it or not, you know? And you could look you could look forward 6 months and see that you have evidence of results, that you've put in the work, that you built the thing. Or you could look forward and see that you still are in the same position that you were 6 months ago and you didn't even start. You know what I mean? So it's like paralysis analysis, waiting for the right time to start, waiting to feel ready, waiting until it's a wave or a trend before you can feel comfortable starting is never gonna get you anywhere. It's never gonna do anything for you, right? And it's like you have to be be the person that, kind of steps out first, not necessarily because you want to be different or special, just because that's what you need to do for yourself, and also to inspire somebody to do the same. That's what being a leader is about. It's about paving the way. It's about setting an example. It costs to be a boss. Like, actually, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Um, it's just it's crazy to see how far you can take something in a year, how far you can take something in 6 months, in a good amount of time, with just pure work on your craft, pure discipline, pure hustle. Even though you don't see the results, the monetary results, or the views, or whatever it is that you're working on, whatever your craft is, whatever your business is, even though you don't see the physical results, mentally you're already that person that's there. It's just that it hasn't manifested itself physically. You know what I mean? So being your own proof of what's possible is gonna make you like so proud, and that just means that you're proving to yourself what you can do in this world, what you can achieve in this world, just by starting out, just by taking that idea in your head and bringing it to reality. You know what I mean? And doing that regardless of, you know all the negative attributes that come with it. You know what I mean? And being a leader, or being a boss, or being somebody that paves their own path and goes about life in a way where they do things on their terms, they live life on their terms, they create the life that they want on their terms. It has the downside, because if you're gonna be the different one, or the unique person to pave your own lane, you're the first one doing it. You're taking that first step. Everybody else is on the shore watching you. Everybody else is on the sideline watching you, and that exposes you to failure. That exposes you to doubt. That exposes you to criticism. That exposes you to embarrassment. All those negative attributes are what you're gonna be exposed to, are what people are gonna see when you take that step, when you pave your own lane, when you try to create something from the ground up. Everybody's gonna be looking at you. You're gonna be embarrassed. You're gonna fail, and everybody can see all of that. But when you play life according to your own terms, it doesn't really phase you. You have your failures, but failure is your friend. You have embarrassment. Everybody gets embarrassed. You have criticism. People will talk until it works. You know what I mean? And then that criticism turns into praise. That failure turns into success once you get it right. When it starts to click, that embarrassment turns into confidence and self-assurance the more reps that you put in. You know what I mean? So it's like, just being able to create a life on your own terms and build something on your own terms. It's just a great feeling. And it's like, of course it has its negatives, but when it works, it will work. It's not about if, it's just about timing, and keep showing up when it's difficult, through the failure, through the doubt, through the embarrassment, through the critique, through all of it. That's how winners are made. That's how leaders are made. That's how bosses are made. And that's just how the game goes, to be honest. But yeah, I just felt like this is something I had to get off my mind. Just, you have to be your own proof of what's possible in life. You have to be your own proof of what's up for grabs, what you're able to achieve. You have to be your own proof of being the person that's brave enough to take the first step, or brave enough to start the wave that other people are going to follow. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just keep going until it clicks, to be honest. And yeah, I just felt like that's just something I had to get off my mind. I don't really make videos unless, like, I have a clear feeling and intention to get something off, and give back game. But that's just what it is. You look back a year from now, you look back 6 months from 6 months from now, and see what you built, and you're proud because you're creating something that, you know, didn't exist before you. And even though it's not where you want it to be yet, it will get there, you know. And you just have to enjoy where you are, be where your feet are, and enjoy the journey. That's something else that, you know, I've learned to just be present with where I'm at in life. And I've also realized that there's no destination to get to. Where you are now is the destination. Where you want to be is where you are, you know? Like, you want to be successful, but it's not a place that you have to get to. It's not in the distant future. You already are successful. You just have to shift your identity to being what you want now, and it will manifest itself in the physical reality, or you'll see it, you know. Um, and that's not like spiritual, or like, it's not nothing complex. It's literally, it's just life, you know. If you wanna, if you look at the word become, you have to be before it comes, right? With whatever it is that you want out of life, whether you wanna be a successful business owner, successful athlete, being a millionaire, you have to be the type of person that is worthy of that, that can handle those things, that aligns with that identity before it comes, right? And yeah, that's just how life goes. It's not a complex thing. It's the formula for success. First you be, then it comes. Become the type of person that has the identity of what they desire. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I'm starting to ramble, and yeah, that was really the main purpose of this video. Just encouraging somebody to be their own proof of what's possible. Start now. The There's no right time. You're never gonna feel ready. You're never gonna feel perfect. Uh, just start. Just start. Start scared. Start doubtful. Start embarrassed. Fail and fail forward, because failure is your friend. Failure will never lead you astray. You know. Um, Success doesn't teach you anything. Failure does. You know. You'll learn more from failure than you do from success. So yeah, just be your own proof of what's possible in this life, and you'll get to where you want to be. But first, you have to change your identity. Instead of trying to change external things, you have to change internal. You have to change your identity. Be the type of person that has the things that you desire. Be the type of person that's worthy of those things. And then whatever you want, whatever you desire in life, it'll come. And yeah, that's just what it is.